Illinois are up to speak. This is regarding Guantanamo Bay detainees, live and breaking now. Listen.
I received a letter today from the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense, the Attorney General, the Secretary of Homeland Security, and the head of the Bureau of National Security, indicating that Thompson, Illinois has been selected to be the prison in our state of Illinois, the land of Lincoln, to incarcerate detainees from Guantanamo Bay, as well as the site of a new federal prison that will be located in western Illinois. We believe in security and safety at all times. This will be the most secure prison in America. No one has ever escaped from a federal prison. The security enhancements that are going to be put at the Thompson prison, which has been a nearly vacant prison in Illinois for about 8 years, will make it the most secure, maximum security prison in our country of all time. We think that's very important at all times to protect the safety of people of our state as well as our whole country. It's also important to note that any detainees that are going to be incarcerated at this prison will only be allowed to speak to their lawyer. We won't have any visitors. This means a lot for our state in terms of economic opportunity. We're in a depressed area of Illinois, western Illinois, with severe unemployment. More than 3,000 jobs will be created, more than $1 billion in purchasing power brought by having a new federal prison. And the great majority of the prison that will be housed at, federal prison housed at Thompson, will be used by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and it is something that our country needs. Federal prisons are overcrowded. It's important that we make sure that we incarcerate anyone who commits a crime against the people in a proper way. So as governor of our state, I joined with our United States Senator, Senator Durbin. We received letters from the community of Thompson as well as other communities nearby. Since this became known, more than 30 county boards, city councils, chambers of commerce have passed resolutions of support. The local community is united in wanting to have this prison located at Thompson, Illinois. We look forward to working with the federal government to make sure this is done right for our country. We always believe in helping our country. The most important thing Americans can do at this time in the war against terrorism is work together, work behind our military to make sure our country is safe and sound and democracy is safe.
Governor Quinn, how much do you expect?
We're going to have Senator Durbin speak now. Yeah, okay.
Give me a chance, Lynn. For several years now, it's been clear that we need to close Guantanamo. It was a decision that was made under the Bush administration, a decision supported by the Secretary of Defense, Robert Gates, supported by General Colin Powell, General Petraeus, and President Obama. Part of the decision on closing Guantanamo is to decide where to transfer the remaining detainees. We estimate there'll be fewer than 100 that will be ultimately transferred out of Guantanamo. The President came forward and asked Governor Quinn and myself whether our home state of Illinois would accept that responsibility. We have looked at it carefully and closely, and we have done it with the understanding that time and again the people of our state of Illinois have risen to the challenge to serve this nation. We do it every day. Our men and women enlist in the military and risk their lives for this great nation. Time and again, we've done that. Illinois was the first state in the nation to build a federal supermax prison in Marion. We've done that before, and we're doing it again. We believe this is in service to our country, to make certain that Guantanamo is phased out and the threat that it currently poses to us around the world is eliminated. But secondly, this is a great opportunity. Our state unemployment numbers, the most recent ones, were 11%, and in some parts of the state, like northwestern Illinois, even higher. People are desperate for good jobs, and the jobs we're talking about here are some of the best. Over 3,000 new employees in this area, half of them from local people who will be getting jobs with good paychecks and good benefit packages. These are jobs that you can use to build a family, build a neighborhood, build a town and a community, and that's what we need desperately. Oh, there have been some who've been critics of this, you've heard them, but we went to the source. We went to the people in the area who will be directly affected by this decision. The support for this Thompson prison is overwhelming, and it's bipartisan at every level, as Governor Quinn has said. People understand that we can safely and securely hold fewer than 100 Guantanamo detainees and 1,500 or 1,600 prisoners in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. We can do this. We've done it before, and this will be the safest prison in America. President Obama made the right choice for our country. His home state of Illinois stands behind the president. We see this as a great opportunity to not only serve our country, but to provide meaningful jobs for a lot of people desperate for work.
I have a... Oh,
General.
still there.
Thank you. I'll be very brief. I want to thank the governor and the senator for their strong voice of support in bringing to resolution a national security issue of the highest order, and thank the people of Illinois for stepping forward at this important time. In taking this action, we are removing from terrorist organizations around the world a recruiting tool that Guantanamo has come to symbolize in recruiting terrorists and potential terrorists, warriors of the future that would harm our nation and seek to alter the way we live. And we think that by taking this action, Guantanamo will soon be closed, and that we know that this facility is going to be extremely secure. And we also know that the military personnel that will staff this security and the people who will run this security also know how to do this in a very safe and secure way. This is going to be a facility that will be very safe, will pose no danger to the community, and we will take all steps necessary to maintain the security of the people of Illinois, the surrounding neighborhoods, and also enhance our national security. So again, thank you very much to you, Senator and Governor, for stepping forward on behalf of the people of Illinois. We're most grateful to you for this action.
Senator Durbin, the Minority Leader John Boehner said this move is preposterous. He said it's proved the administration's forgotten what happened on 9/11. I'd like you to respond to that if you so kind.
Would he say the same thing about President Bush's call to close Guantanamo? Would he say the same thing about Secretary Gates, who served under both administrations, that they somehow forgot 9/11? That is an unfair statement. We will never forget 9/11. And we will make certain that the people who are responsible for it are held accountable, either through military tribunals or through the courts of our land.
Senator Durbin.